Under no circumstances, to the best of my knowledge.
All right. So tonight, guys, we are in chapter 4. Tonight, we're in chapter 4. We're going to switch gears a bit tonight, really, this week and next week. The first 2 weeks, we talked a lot about you really contemplating where you are, what you're trying to do, assessing yourself, identifying your long term career goals, setting different short term goal steps, which you should be doing in this week to help you get to your career goals. So, if we go back to that initial career goal example that I gave in week 1, if your goal is to become a master electrician in 6 years and to own your own business in 10, those short term goal steps that we want you to create in this week should look something like in the first 2 years, maybe you're going to work as an electrical tech. And then maybe in year 3, you're going to go back for a certification. In year 4, maybe you're going to try to sit for these, master electrician exam or whatever it is you have to do. And then the goal is to, you're going to study, and then in the 6th year, you're going to actually go take the test. So those short-term goal steps that we're asking you to create should look something like that. And the final project, you'll actually write those steps out in summary format. So that is what you should be doing if you have not done so already for those short-term goals steps, right? So again, the first 2 weeks was really about you identifying what you want to do with your career. We all know that your career does not end with you graduating. It's not like you have it all figured out. Now you got to figure out the rest of your career, right? So we want you to learn different techniques, how to interview, how to promote yourself via your resume. But this week, we're all going to start talking about how to network, how to build your LinkedIn page, how to take that tagline, that elevator pitch, and go out and start networking. So today and tomorrow, we're going to spend some time on building an online presence and talking about networking, because networking is key. How many people agree that networking is important to build your career or build your business? Who agrees with that? It's all about who you know, right? My friends. Now, here's the fun part about business. I'm glad I see a lot of thumbs up. You don't have to be best friends. You do not have to be best friends to network. I have people that network with me and that have networked with me for probably 20 years. I haven't worked with some of these people 20, 10, 15 years. I've taught students all the way in Ghana and Africa, and they still hit me up on LinkedIn. I've taught graduate students at Manhattan College from the UK, and they still hit me up on LinkedIn. It doesn't take much. I used to work as an associate director for a college and I hired professors. I still get people saying, "Hey, Miss Taylor, can you do me a reference?" Cool. Cool. We don't have to be best friends. Think about it. If all you guys do your LinkedIn accounts, you're going to be doing LinkedIn accounts. I have probably 1,500 students that I've taught in this class. And many of them are connected with me on LinkedIn. If you don't do anything else but get a LinkedIn account and link with everybody in this classroom, link with me. I'm cool with it. Let's say a year from now, somebody on my LinkedIn says they have a job in one of your areas. Let's say it's you. And somebody else from this class reaches out to me and say, "Miss Taylor, I see that one of your connects has a position. I've been trying to get into that job. Do you mind making a connection?" And I'd be like, "Hey, Charles. Hey, Isabel. There's a student that was in the class with me at Southern Tech, and they saw that you guys had a position open. You mind if I connect you with them?" What would you say? Give me a thumbs up if you would say cool. Like, who are you hurting? That ain't hurt nothing. Do you know this guy? No. But it's 6 degrees of separation. You know me, you know Southern Tech, you know the program. You don't even have to know this dude's middle name. That's networking. And guess what? If that company is looking for somebody and you can say, "Hey," and you're pretty good at what you do. "Hey, I don't know this cat." You could even say it, "I don't really know the guy, but he graduated from the same program I graduated from. Here's his resume." Nothing. If you do not ask, you do not get. You heard that term before, right? I'm gonna let the air out of the bag, guys. Recruiters don't like to recruit, and HR does not like to interview. And if they can get a referral, they are going to do that first. You are shooting yourself in the foot if you do not get to know people. I am telling you, especially in your career, especially if you're trying to own your own business. You have to network. All right? So, one way you can do that is by building your online presence. A lot of you guys are online anyway. How many people are online? Give me a thumbs up if you're online. You have some type of online account. Many of us. And y'all probably on there with your Twitter fingers, posting and liking and looking and, laughing or whatever you're doing, right? Having a good old time. You're on social media anyway. So why not be on there for your business? Why not be on there to promote yourself? Yeah, you may have to create a different account. I highly encourage that you do, especially, I say get your business account. You can have two Instagrams, two Facebooks, however many you want, and promote yourself as that professional. If you're going to be in HVAC, if you're going to be in welding, I would say do something that you like. Maybe you're really good. You really love how technology is taking over your industry. Maybe you're really into construction and architecture. Maybe you're really into um, whatever. Make that your theme. Build you a page and talk about that kind of stuff. Become that subject matter expert so people can get to know you in the industry. Once you get into an industry, your circle goes smaller, right? Ain't but so many people in the welding industry, okay? There's only so many people in the veterinary industry. And if you play your cards right, your name can start to circulate as that person. You want to be known as that person, right? This is not just getting a job anymore. You're a professional. So you have to build your brand. So you may as well go ahead and start online, building your presence, having an online presence. Obviously, when you make yourself available to the world, you have to be careful, right? So you have to concern yourself with privacy issues. Still, I'm not a big fan of posting everything. Oh, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be there. Be careful with that. That's how a lot of celebrities get their houses get robbed because they talk too much. I think sometimes don't overshare. You want to be mindful of that, but that's why keep it professional. Don't talk about your personal stuff. If you've gone to a conference, I don't say, "Oh, I'm going to a conference." I'm like, "Oh, and here's what happened at the conference. I've already been there." You won't catch me slipping, right? So you want to be, use your common sense with that, but also know this. If you're the type of person that's very political and very opinionated, my friends, you better go incognito. Go incognito. You're going to have to find another way to find an outlet. Now, I come from old school. We did not air out all of our grievances online. Y'all know what we did? We sat around on the couch with our friends in the backyard or the front porch and cracked jokes and talked about what we didn't like at politics. So we did it around the table. Is that not true? We did not jump online and talk about everything and everybody. It's not necessary. When you are building your business and being your career, you're going to have to curb your appetite to do that. Because why? Once you put it online, that's forever. Any savvy tech person, and you don't even have to be that savvy, can find what you post online. So be careful with that kind of stuff. I want you to really think carefully about is it really necessary that everybody knows how you feel about something? No. You don't want that to come back and bite you. right? Especially if you're out there trying to build your business and you trying to get a government contract, but then 2 years ago you was all in your feelings about the government, so you said something shisty, and now it's out there and somebody get a hold of it, and they you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't want that slippery slope. So as you begin to build your brand, just curb your enthusiasm about posting stuff online. Keep it positive. Go ahead and start making your email professional. There's nothing wrong with getting your Google account, or if you are on Google, go ahead and put your little tagline at the bottom. Put your name and what your profession is or what your certification is. Start promoting yourself. The more you promote yourself, the quicker you start looking at yourself in that role, the quicker other people will as well, right? Obviously, if you're working for a company, they're going to have you do signature blocks anyway. But even if you're not working for a company, you can do your own signature block. Like I said before, you're the business. If you don't promote yourself, who's going to promote you? How are you going to get successful? You're just going to go work for a company and hope they see the best in you? Those days are over. You have to promote yourself, right? Start right away. Start doing it even with your signature block. Networking, networking, networking. We're going to spend a lot of time on networking tomorrow, but just to start you out, chapter 4 is talking about it. What is it? It's nothing more than talking to big people and establishing relationships. That is how your career grows. That is how you hear about what's going on. Business is not just done on the golf course anymore, okay? Business is done everywhere. This is why we want you to get a LinkedIn account. This is what you will be doing. I know today or tomorrow, I can't remember, but check your assignments. How many people already have a LinkedIn account? How many people have a LinkedIn account? Your job is going to be very easy. All you're doing is going to take that URL and you're going to post it in the assignment. That's all you have to do. A lot of people say that's going to be an easy A for many of you. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, that is what you will be doing. You will be setting up your LinkedIn accounts. I'm just looking here to see if is it today. I'm just moving my computer's moving slow right now. That is what you will be doing. Go ahead, Anthony.
So I have the LinkedIn app. How do I find this URL you're talking about?
Yeah, you have to go on to a actual I mean, unless you have Safari on your phone, and you need to be on a web browser to get the URL. But if you want to like take a picture of your homepage and upload the photo, you can do that too. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say URL. Anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, I can show you real quick. Does anybody need me to show them? Give me a thumbs up if you need me to show you. Okay, hold on. Okay, stop the stop the thumbs. All right, we're gonna start over. Give me a thumbs up if you need me to show you. Uh, Okay, very good. All right. So I'll show you guys in a minute. So when we talk about URL, um, I don't know if a storm is coming or something because my computer's well, I lost power for like 2 seconds, so my internet's running slow. But let me I'm gonna pull up LinkedIn real quick. All right. So what I'm going to do, oh, I got two messages too. Look at me, not checking my URL. All right. So let me stop sharing. Then let me reshare this page. All right. Can everyone see my LinkedIn? Give me a quick thumbs up or somebody say yes. So when you log in to, thank you guys. When you log into LinkedIn, for those of us that have it, this is what's called your landing page, right? This is called your landing page. There I go, y'all, for whoever forgot what I look like. In order to get, and this is your where you would get your URL. You see where I'm. This is where the website goes, right? So in order to get my URL, I need to click on my actual home page, right? So I click my name, and if you notice, now look up here. Look how it changed to my URL. You see how it says LinkedIn, Cynthia Taylor, MBA, Finance, Cybersecurity, blah, 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 blah. That's my URL. So what I do, I'll take that, I just highlight it, and I just right click, and I'm going to copy it. And then I'll take that and I'll put it in the assignment. Does everyone understand? Right? So when you make so if I go back home, I'm going to go back to my landing page, right? So when you make your your LinkedIn account, and I think there's a video to show you how to do it. You'll have to, it'll start you out on your main page. I call this your landing page, even though it says your home page. But if you want to go to your actual, I guess your main page, I don't know what they call it. You click here, and then when you click here, you have a couple options to do. Putting your photo. All you do is you edit each section. So each section is called like a little module. See how they have those little squares? The first square is like your about. The second square is you don't have to worry about suggestions and analytics. But your about me section, remember from your resume, I say you can just copy and paste right there. And then you scroll down and you go to experience, and then you hit the little pencil, and you can copy and paste from your resume. This is why we want you to have your resume first, right? So you can do your LinkedIn, because you're literally just going to edit, and if you don't have any, you're going to hit new. If you had something, obviously you can just hit edit again, right? And you literally just put the company, you put your title, you put what you did. You see that? All right. And what we're asking you to do for your LinkedIn is just to, we want you to do your picture if you have it, remember your tagline, which is why we wanted you to have a tagline. That's mine. I know y'all say, she don't have teaching up here. I can't have everything. I've been teaching for 20 years. I don't really promote myself as an educator, but I promote myself as the consultant for those consulting work that I do. And then so that would be one section, photo, tagline, and then plop in your about section, literally take it from your resume, your profile qualifications, and then put in your experience. Even if you want to just do this like a dummy account, maybe you don't want to keep it. I think you should keep it, do it, then you can delete it. But for those of you that already have it, like I said, just grab that URL, plop it in, you're done. Are there any questions on this? But y'all can already see here see my network is here. Somebody's talking about something. I got some messages, probably nothing. Notifications, they're letting me know somebody is doing something. And then here, let me see if I let me go back home. Well, even if I hit my network, right? You see, I have over 1,200 connections. And a lot of times people will even invite you just because they've checked out your site and they want to connect with you. If I like them, no big thing, especially like technology people. They'll be like, hey, you want to connect? I'm like, whatever. It's cool. I'll check them out later. But a lot of these connections are Southern Tech. If I even typed in Southern Tech for my connections now, you guys will probably see a whole bunch of people just from Southern Tech. You know, so even if I did, let me see. you know, oh, I thought I would probably have to go here, but I don't feel like doing it now. Yeah, forget it. Anyway, even if I were to go through here, there's probably so many Southern Tech people. So, like I'm saying, it's good to connect, right? You know what I'm saying? Hook them up, send them a message on your behalf, and be out the door. So This is why I'm saying, that LinkedIn is a wonderful tool. Um, if you use it, you don't even have to know how to use it that well because there's so many things to do on LinkedIn. You can get you can look for a job, you can network, you can post stuff, you can get credentials. There's different. You can even take classes on there. Like there's so much to do on LinkedIn. So I really highly encourage you to keep that page once you set it up because and we'll talk about this tomorrow, is is one of the number one sites that recruiters go to when they're looking for people. So, all right. Now, look, I ain't even gonna spend a lot of time talking about X. I'm not even gonna y'all know why. Now, if you're old school Twitter like me, any old school Twitter people, Twitter used to be a really good news feed. Anybody agree with that? It used to be a really good news feed. When I didn't have time to like watch the news, which I rarely did, I would go to Twitter because every reputable company always posted something on Twitter. I couldn't keep up with all the news. Man, you wouldn't catch me dead on X unless I just want a good laugh. To me it's garbage now, and only because I'm a facts based person. I don't like gossip columns. I don't, no offense, but I don't like hearing what nobody think about nothing. I can, if I want to have an opinion, that's what I got a brain for. I don't really like listening to people's opinion. That's why I don't like the news. I don't like propaganda, nothing. Give me the facts. Let me decide whether I like it or not. That's me. So that's why I don't like it now. Like it really angers me because any academic person, we like facts. Really, it's like a scientific method. Give me the facts. Let me analyze it. Let me come to my own conclusions. Don't tell me what you think because I don't know you. Right? So I'm not a big X person, I don't, whatever. But Twitter used to be good. Now maybe if he, brings it back and makes it a little bit more impartial and just, you know, let me know what's going on at companies because it used to be great. A lot of companies used to be on there, and you can find jobs on there. You can find what companies are doing. I don't want to hear all this political mess. I want to hear, what's happening in business. I'm a business person. I don't care about all that other stuff. Um, Not that I don't care. I am a informed citizen, but I'm just saying, when I'm thinking business, I want business accounts. All right, but anyway, Twitter is out there. Use it at your own peril. Now, Instagram is still, good in the sense that if it were me, I would have two different Instagram accounts. I would keep one personal, one professional. Even with the personal, now I am gonna say, be careful what you put on there, but it is still, a viable place to do networking. I would encourage you to create a professional Instagram account and you can link it to your LinkedIn. You can link it to, let's say down the road, you start your own business and you get your own website. You can link it there. If you have a TikTok, I don't, you all know, let me tell you, I don't know if this is embarrassing or not, but I just got TikTok like 3 days ago. First time ever. I don't even remember what it was. I think I just got so mad at everybody saying that it's on TikTok. And I don't know, I felt left out. Thank you, thank you. Because to me, TikTok is for the kids. But then everybody kept saying, "Oh, I'm on TikTok." Even people my age. And I'm like, Cynthia, what are you doing? Like, you're gonna get left behind. It's the only reason I went on there, right? I don't even know how to use it. I'm like, what is this? I think I embarrassed myself. I thought I could just sign up. And it was like, you need permission to get my account to be on my account. I'm like, I don't really know you no way. I don't care. So yeah, I gotta learn how to do TikTok. But anyway, but Instagram, like I said, is good. So listen, just remember this, guys. To wrap this up, networking is a lifelong process. It's kind of like learning. People will come and go. We all know that we're adults. People come and go. The same thing will happen in your network. Your network will change and evolve. You're not always going to be doing what you're doing. So the people that you know and who you meet and who you engage with will also change. I know people from all over the world. I've been around the world and back, both in the military and education as well. So, my network is pretty big, so you want to leave space for that. But that is how you get opportunities. Most of the jobs I get through networking. So that just goes to show you just how, important it is. All right. All right, like I said, I wanted to wrap this on up. So here's your participation question for tonight. I want you to tell me, okay, just thinking about this idea of networking, 3 people or places, it doesn't matter. You can put them together. However you want to do it. Um, you could say LinkedIn, my next door neighbor, my coworker, whatever. 3 people, three either people or places or a combination of both that you can use to grow your network. What does that mean? That means that maybe you hadn't really thought about these people in that kind of way. Maybe it's your instructor. Your instructor, you didn't know this person before they started teaching you, but now they're part of your network. Maybe it could be Miss Taylor. Maybe it could be the people in your classroom. 3 people are places where you can grow your network. And are you using any of them now? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. All right, that's your question for tonight. All right, my friends, if you don't have any questions for me, I am going to let you go. I'm going to let you go. Please remember to get it in. If you need something, let me know. If not, have a great evening. Have a great evening. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.